Bang! Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nays, hopping on by, once again coming your way with another exciting retro VHS showcasing video. Actually, it wasn't that long ago I came across a Betamax version of the Untouchables, and it wasn't long ago that I showcased that being my very first, pushing 50, nearly 50 years old, a kid of the 70s and the 80s. That was my very first, all these years later, 2024, my very first Betamax cassette that I ever owned. I don't have a Betamax player, and I don't intend on getting a Betamax player, so I never expect to be able to play it, but I couldn't pass it up. I'd never really come across Betamax cassettes, so you may have seen the video where I showcase this Betamax of the Untouchables. If not, feel free to check it out. Incidentally, here's the size comparison between VHS and Betamax. It's actually really kind of cool and weird to hold a Betamax after decades and decades of VHS usage, but here's the Betamax of the Untouchables. Feel free to go check out my showcasing of that Betamax cassette, but just as fate would have it, just mere weeks or something like that later, I ended up coming across this, and priced relatively decently. It's kind of goofy. It's turning into a thing, and the more of these I buy, the more I wonder if this is just stupid. I guess you could waste your money on a lot stupider things. There's things like gambling or traveling or all kinds of things, giving to your local building of worship. There's all kinds of stupider things I guess I could be doing with money, using it on drugs, illegal or legal, drinking alcohol, smoking, chewing tobacco. There's much stupider things I guess I could be spending money on at the end of the day. But I do admit, especially for these ones of the factory sealed variety, every time I buy one of these and I know I'm never going to open it, I kind of ask myself, am I a nut? What am I doing? But if these were like $50 or $100, it'd be more serious. This was a whopping $3, so I'm like, how often do you come across a sealed, VHS copy of the Untouchables from 1990? Not that often, so I plunked down the 300 cents plus tax and purchased the factory sealed VHS of the Untouchables. I'm stopping on by, if you haven't guessed, to showcase the factory sealed VHS cassette of the Untouchables from 1990. As we can see in the back bottom corner, trademark and copyright 1990, Paramount Pictures, all rights reserved. Taking a closer look at the front cover, I left this on, this price tag, which I'm not exactly sure what store that would have been from, $7.99 at the time for this factory sealed VHS. Brand new copy of the Untouchables sometime after 1990. We've got like I said, I think on my showcasing of the Betamax cassette, I just love the old days of very simple cover art. As we can see, the Untouchables, it's kind of more or less almost like a black and white cover, which is kind of cool. Untouchables on top, Robert De Niro as the Godfather. Just kidding. Is he Al Capone? Taking a quick look at he's Al Capone. Taking a quick look at the back as we pan further down this factory sealed brand new copy of Untouchables VHS. We can see Kevin Costner. The people on the left, unfortunately, are covered up by the great movie, great price sticker. Oh, it's just that one guy from whatchamacallit, that one guy from was American Graffiti, and he's probably in other movies. He's covered up, darn it. But we've got Kevin Costner, can be seen there, and Sean Connery and Andy Garcia. Not to mention the classic great movie, great price sticker. Taking a look at the right spine, we've got basically white on black, the Untouchables, and this is what I'm talking about, man. Here we go, baby. As you may be able, hopefully, to discern, the Paramount Home Video watermark on this factory sealed VHS cassette of the Untouchables from 1990. Honestly, they could have probably manufactured these after 1990, and I don't know how far into the future they could manufacture this with the or how many years later they could manufacture this with the 1990 thing on there. But admittedly, I would imagine you could have, this could have been manufactured in 91, 92, or 93 possibly. But it's still an old factory sealed brand new cassette of the Untouchables VHS, so it's still cool either way. But as I was saying, Paramount Home Video watermark can hopefully be seen on the spine. We've got closed caption logo and this great movie, great price sticker that could have been seen, or could be formerly seen, on the front cover. As we can see, wraps around the right spine and goes onto the front cover, or is on the front cover and wraps around to the right spine, whichever way you want to say it. But as you can see, that's partially covering up the Paramount logo there on the bottom of the right spine. Taking a look at the left spine, same thing. I imagine it's probably identical to the right spine, but because of the great movie, great price sticker, we couldn't see it all. Closed caption logo and catalog number 1886 and Paramount Pictures logo. Top of this brand new, still factory sealed VHS release of the Untouchables looks like this. Taking a look at the back, on the top we can see a quote from Newsweek. It's not any particular person at Newsweek, it's the actual magazine itself has this opinion. The hottest mob movie since The Godfather. You can also see a box with a barcode and information that says hi-fi stereo playback requires stereo, hi-fi, VCR. We can see VHS hi-fi stereo and the Dolby surround logo. Dolby and the Dolby logo are trademarks of Dolby Laboratories Licensing Corporation. Under that we've got the Untouchables, and the only time I think it appears in the cover as red on white in this case. And what Paramount was doing back in the late 80s, early 90s was just using one image on the back to basically sell the movie. This is a very famous shot of that part of, I think, was it Chicago, what they manufactured, or they made it look all frickin' 1930s or whatever for this movie. Very cool publicity photo of the four main actors there. The critics and public agree. Brian De Palma's The Untouchables is a must-see masterpiece. A glorious, fierce, larger-than-life depiction of the mob warlord who ruled Prohibition-era Chicago, and the law enforcer who vowed to bring him down. This classic confrontation between good and evil stars Kevin Costner as federal agent Elliot Ness, Robert De Niro as gangland kingpin Al Capone, and Sean Connery as Malone, the cop who teaches Ness how to beat the mob. Shoot fast and shoot first. Abbreviated credits can be found underneath the little brief synopsis of what the hell the movie is about. We can also see copyright 1987 by Paramount Pictures Corporation, all rights reserved. That's a copyright for the release year of the film in theaters. Rated R, as we can see, and there's a line there, and beneath that is a blue Paramount logo on the left, and then in the center there, I've done it before and I'll try to do it again, show you the holographic nature of this security label, which is obviously intact because it's a factory sealed cassette, but I've been able to show you the holographic nature in the past. No reason why I won't be able to show you the holographic nature of the sticker in this video. As we can see there, the holographic sticker is completely intact on this factory sealed brand new VHS cassette of The Untouchables. Normally this is where I show you the VHS cassette itself, but seeing as how this is a factory sealed brand new VHS cassette release, which you don't come across that often. Of course, I have been coming across them kind of often recently, so it's kind of funny that I say that. But regardless, this is a brand new factory sealed VHS. I won't be opening it up, obviously, just to show you the cassette itself. I'm sure there's all kinds of images on the worldwide internet if you want to see what the cassette itself looks like. I gotta tell you, it is kind of fun, if you come across these for relatively decent prices, which I think $3 was not too horrible for a factory sealed VHS cassette release decades old. It is kind of fun to come across these and find them and be like, ooh goody, now I can make a video about this, and then after that I can, add this to the pile of, I guess, factory sealed VHSs that will never be opened on my collection. I guess that pretty much does it for the showcasing. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video.